That takes us to, again, the next challenge. How do we overcome that? Perhaps, three things that we must consider. Probably, I know that a lot of distinguished, banking experts are here in Kathmandu today and tomorrow. For the, next 2 days, we must ponder these pressure on the return on equity and risk-adjusted returns. How do we overcome and turn it around? That will take us into asset management and universal banking, as well as the non-performing loan management. I think in Nepal, because of the last 2 years, the pressure on the overall business sectors, there is no doubt there is going to be some increase and significant increase in the non-performing loans. That is obvious because of the post-pandemic that effect. So we will need structured asset management, a class, a system to manage those NPL efficiently and to turn around and help the banking sectors that risk-adjusted returns. I think these are some of the thoughts we must sort of share and collaborate and try to collectively sort out these issues so we can move forward again in the next few years. So that is my advice.
We're going through very challenging times. There are many reasons for us to be more optimistic, more think big, and at the same time think green. And we, as I mentioned earlier, with structural reforms, it's going from the regulators, central bank, SEBON. He's talked about green bond and all other things. We have capabilities to grow bigger and collaborate with GFIs and development partners also. If you look at our GDP to overall the borrowing ratio countries, debt ratio we still have a very large headroom available for that. And so this is right time for what I solicit from our fellow CEOs and chairmen and other board directors from Asian Bankers Association is it's right time for you to invest in Nepal, and Nepalese banking industry is all poised and work together in partnership, collaborate with you. So this could be a good opportunity, and this event could give us all these opportunities and open up avenues for that. Thank you.
At the outset, what I would like to acknowledge with all speakers, the support we are receiving from the development partner, including World Bank, IFC, FCTO, earlier the UK aid, etc. It is really appreciable and very much instrumental to our development process. Similarly, our engagement with the other regulator like SEBON, Insurance Board, Insurance Authority is also highly appreciable. We work together. Nepal Rashtra Bank itself, though being a central bank, we engage initially to promote many institutions within the capital market, within the insurance market, etc. Similarly, key transmitting agency, the banking community, has also actively engaged with Nepal Rashtra Bank and following the NRB's policies, guideline for the development of the country. So with this acknowledgement, let me move towards the agenda related to growth. If we see, as we spoke in the opening session this morning, our average growth for the last 10 years is around 4%. Many people is of the view that the growth since last 10 years, it's only 10%, only 4%. Nepal cannot grow as many we are talking about. But if you see the example earlier, after the 2015 earthquake and before the pandemic, we got concurrently around 8% growth in this country for consecutive 3 years' time. While seeing those growth, I don't see any extraordinary efforts we made for that, except that post-earthquake reconstruction. So it is not impossible to have higher single-digit growth for Nepal and to reach what the Swiji was saying, that the $100 billion economy in near future. The only thing is that we have certain issues into the system, which is already identified. That is especially the structure of our economy. Our economy is structured and driven by remittance right now. We need to shift this dependency to other driver of the economy, especially what other colleagues in the panel mentioned, that it should be a balance with other sectors like hydropower, tourism, agriculture, and also IT, etc. Let me take this opportunity to speak with many of the colleagues from the Asian Banker Association, member of the association. Being a banker, they have their client, they have their customer who are looking towards cross-border presence, looking towards this region as their business presence, towards Nepal as their business presence. As mentioned earlier, there is huge potential, abundant opportunity in Nepal in several areas. Government of Nepal and Nepal Rashtra Bank trying our best to facilitate, to improve our business climate, to make our business climate more friendly to the business community, to the foreign direct investor. For example, with respect to opportunity, as mentioned earlier by Babak IFC, say hydropower, clean energy. The government plan program is to generate 15,000 megawatt within 2 years' time. It is stated into energy action plan. In order to generate that amount of energy from the hydropower, it requires almost $45 billion. $45 billion. That is an opportunity for any banker, any international banker, any international investor. Clean energy. We are seeing that the export potential is very huge. We have a neighbor like India, Bangladesh, who are looking closely towards this energy, clean energy. As globe itself going towards net zero in different stages in the future. Nepal has targeted by 2045. India also have similar plan by around 65 or 70. So ultimately, this will be generated and exported. That will help a lot for our growth, for our development. Similarly, you can see other potential area, even transport. Kathmandu Valley, well, almost 4 million people are staying. We are getting all containers all the way running through 250 kilometers. That can be reduced to 52 kilometers. How potential transport sector is here. From Hetunda to Kathmandu, it's not that far, 52, 55 kilometers. But our transporter has to carry their lorry, their container, all the way from Hetunda to Narayanagarh to Dading to Kathmandu. Unexplored means there is an opportunity. So I'd like to request, as mentioned by our Honorable Minister this morning, since you have number of clients or customer on your hands with the bankers, the Nepal's potential can be explored with your support. So whatever target or whatever aspiration or expectation Nepal government is making, you can have a big intervention on that, so that we can have a prosperous future. Nepalese people can have a prosperity that can be shared with the investor, with your investment, with your financing. To me, I think it's possible we can have a very good high growth trajectory